gonna make a vlog for doing the comp. I'm gonna put together some video.
That'd be sick.
I look like I just got out of the pool.
Well, I don't know if my hands.
Right. Bye. See you later.
Thanks for humbling me.
No, it's all good.
Where that came from.
For this comp, the weight class is 188 to 202, I believe. And right now I'm about 190. It would be handy for me to gain a few pounds. I could go like a weight class lower, but like I don't want to cut weight. I've also been trying to go gluten-free recently. I'm like, is there gluten in this soy sauce? Oh no, but that's not helping me gain weight. I haven't been doing any breads. That's the hardest part. Bread, tortillas. I love bread and tortillas, but my weight's just kind of like staying at 190. I've also been taking creatine, which helps out with all that. The first comp I did, I got silver, and that was in gi though. I felt like I could have won it. I just didn't know about collar chokes. And I also gassed out. Like the thing I'm most scared of is my forearms gassing out, because then I just can't grip anything anymore. That eliminates like almost all my submissions. The other thing I'm kind of scared of is straight ankle locks. If there's somebody that's got a killer straight ankle lock, that might be a problem for me, because my defense for straight ankle lock's pretty mediocre. So as long as I don't get completely gassed out, like if I can just outlast everybody else and I watch out for straight ankle locks, then I think I'll do pretty good. If I can't get to mount and I'm just kind of stuck in side control, I have like a pin armbar that I do. Today was a comp training class, so it's not like the normal class where we just do drills and whatnot. It's all positional sparring. I'm still a white belt with 2 stripes, but I had to go with the blue belt that had a few stripes and a brown belt. Both outweigh me by quite a bit. It was definitely a difficult day. I was getting smashed. You know, I did okay. I survived, but my face is just a touch messed up here. I do got a few gnarly bruises, which is pretty cool, and it makes me look really tough. Today I asked someone to roll no gi with me, and they're like, no, I'm staying in the gi. And I'm like, you wanna take your jacket off? Take your jacket off, stay a while. It's the first time anyone's ever told me no. People have told me no to rolling, but no one's ever told me, no, I'm only gonna do gi. So, if I lose, it's their fault.
Men's note, the beginner heavyweight division.
190 pounds. This guy's 200 pounds. Okay, first match. The guy bows to me, very respectful. Now I can feel the adrenaline kicking in here, and I wasn't nervous, but the adrenaline definitely was pumping. So he just kind of falls down. I definitely have a knee cut in my arsenal, so I'm kind of trying to work the knee cut with an underhook on that side. I kind of pin his wrist down here as well, but he is hanging on to that half guard. I look at the clock, barely any time's gone by. I'm keeping the underhook on this side because I am thinking about a knee cut, because that's my go-to. But then I work it to the other side, and he's got a butterfly hook in, and now I'm going for a knee cut on the other side. He's keen to it. I'm trying to pull me on top again, and then I kind of go for like a north-south type of pass here. He's having a few problems. But then I pin that ankle to the ground and just run around the outside to get the pass. I was like, okay, let me just settle. I passed the guard. Because I do have back exposure here because he's not turning into me. But if he's turned up that much, I should really just go my chest to his back, and so I can just secure it. But he turns away here. I kind of spin around. I should have wedged that hook in there. But I thought I could get a sneaky rear naked choke, but he just slips out the bottom. And I'm like, ugh. I shouldn't have risked it. I should have just got my position established and got the hooks in. So I'm back in side control here, and he's keeping that hand low, so I know he's trying to do a ghost escape. I just look like gargantuan against this guy, but we're in the same weight class. So trying to work into like an S mount, but he slips that foot back. And then we're kind of back into this game again. Check the clock. And because there's barely any time left, I'm starting to grab his ankle here. And I'm thinking maybe I just sit back for an ankle lock because there's barely any time left. I get the pass again. And here, there's only a few seconds left, but I was thinking about a north-south choke. My forearms were a little tired after this. It was a good win. Okay, I'm already just a little tired here, but I want to jog out every time. This is the definitely athletic looking guy. He's 10 pounds heavier than me. And I could tell instantly that like he seemed more comfortable on his feet and had a little stronger grips. And he actually gets a underhook on me. And I kind of clamp his arm down.
Up, Aiden, up.
Yeah, he kind of just scrambles back up. So he tries throwing me, but I catch his leg.
Use it.
And now I'm like, okay, let's try to use this. Let's put his knee to the ground.
Let's get a good guard, Aiden. Good elbow.
But I get into side control here, so I'm like, okay.
Set some frames and then shrimp away to connect.
His coach giving him all the tips to get out. I realized that his left arm is on the other side of my head. So I'm like, okay, this is my chance to do this pin arm bar that I have, where I pin his arm to the ground and kind of just lift up. So I pin his other arm, and like I step across, but my hips are up too high, so he pushes out the back. And he does a nice little hitchhiker here to get out. And I'm like, okay, well, that kind of overcommitted on that.
Flat back. Good.
Playing guard, just keeping my legs involved.
Good.
Here he kind of sprawls out. He works to the back here, but he doesn't have any hooks in, so I just dump him over the top. So now I'm back on the feet. Here I get another lock, but he does a nice throw right there. But then I keep the momentum going and kind of roll up. And I get my hips up here and I get a front headlock, but I need to sprawl out here. And because I don't, he gets that single and kind of dumps me down.
Just keep passing the same side. You're safe. Good. Use that crossface.
He immediately stands up. I should have broke his posture down, but I keep control of one of his legs. And here I go for like a De La Hiva, but real sloppy where he can kind of step around. And I'm like, hey, he's not really doing much. He just tried to pass into mount, but I'm like, no, I'll take your ankle. And there you hear my dad yelling just to extend it out. He just wants me to break this guy's leg magically somehow. But as he stands up, I just grab his other leg and can knock him right back down. Here I was really trying to go for the ankle lock, and it was a decent attempt, but he kicks me with his other foot. And then the match kind of fizzles out here, and he eventually kind of breaks that figure four. He's trying to pass here, but he never actually gets into an actual pass. This knee on belly, I still feel like I'm decently safe, but I keep my arms kind of tucked in. But I won that one, had more submission attempts. He wasn't happy about it. Now I'm absolutely gassed. I can barely function at this point. The adrenaline dump is over. I know I used most of my energy on that guy. There's literally a guy puking right next to me. Take a shot at this guy. Yeah. This guy's literally up chucking in a bucket right here. He's just puking in that orange bucket. I'm like, well, why is my heart rate not going back down? But this is just classic adrenaline dump. I felt like I was a fish out of water, but I knew I had to go really hard against that guy because he looked like the most athletic guy. So then here I am literally channeling all the energy I possibly have. I'm like, we can do this. We have one more match left. Can barely sit up. I'm just so tired. There's absolutely no cardio whatsoever. At this rate, the room is kind of going in and out of focus, and I'm just so dizzy. I do my little jog out, which is a terrible idea. I should have never jogged out. I look like a wounded deer trying to get out there. And I can instantly tell, oh no, I have no power in my arms to grab. I'm like, this guy does not seem strong, but he is slapping me around. And I tried to do a little throw here. Did not work at all, and I end up here, bottom position, and gives him a Kimura attempt. And this Kimura attempt basically gives him a huge advantage because they're gonna count this as a submission attempt probably. My arm's not in danger. He probably could have worked around for an arm bar here, but I get my hips back up, settles into like a front headlock and sprawls out. But I don't feel in danger here because I have his arm.
Way to go. Keep him down, Isaac.
And I just kind of go back into playing guard. And then he just sits down on my ankle. He just goes for an ankle lock. And I'm like, oh gosh, well, if you're sitting down for an ankle lock, I guess I will too. And so I grab his ankle. I'm like, why did he do that?
Some weight on your foot unless you were playing that game.
But right here, I mean, I have long legs. I get my foot all the way in there and kind of establish the boot where I'm anchoring my foot on the other side of him, so it's hard for him to straighten out that ankle. And Matt's yelling at me to pass that foot on the top, and I'm trying, but it's kind of wedged in there. But strength is at -1 right now.
Think butterfly with your right foot, Isaac. Think butterfly.
And as soon as his coach says that, it actually lets me kind of sit in on a better ankle lock. And right here, I start to look back and straighten that out, and I hear his ankle pop like 5 times. Like, it was just not comfortable. I'm like, how is this guy not tapping? Like, that seems like that hurts. And then eventually it kind of wiggles out. So then I let go. He's trying to do it again. But see, he's so deep on my leg that my ankle doesn't even feel really in danger.
Yeah. Keep that left.
But then as I sit up, he doesn't let go of the foot. And right now I'm just grabbing here because I'm like, okay, he's not gonna extend me out, but I didn't know exactly what to do. The real opponent for me is competing against my own stamina. Like, that's the real opponent. Like, I could beat all these guys, but the strongest opponent is my own endurance. And he works back to here again. And he goes for the ankle again. But I just pop my ankle out.
Stay belly down.
But he did have more submission attempts, so understandable loss there. So as I get on this podium here, I actually, I beat the guy that got first, and I beat the guy that got third, but I got second. And I lost to the guy that didn't place. So I tied the guy in first, but I had forfeited the tiebreaker round because I was just so tired. Like, I was just so adrenaline dumped. There's only 4 people in my actual division, but I've never been so tired in my whole life. Pretty rough. Kind of puts a wrap on it, but it was a lot of fun. I just need to work on my cardio. My cardio is just so bad, like, especially with that adrenaline dump. And Justin was like, "You're not even gonna fix your shirt or your hair, nothing." Like, I'm just like, no, I don't care. I'm so tired. But I was really like, oh no, we have to take more pictures. Like, can I go sit down?